actually turned on the camera to have a little medical, what's the word? Rant, maybe, perhaps? All right, I'm getting ready for going to a play date. I say it like that because it just makes me happy every time I get to say that. I still just can't believe I get to be a mom. And I can't believe I get to go to play dates and have a baby there. Like, I've always been the sort of third wheel, you know? I was 30, how old was I when Elijah was born? Okay, I'm 33. I'm guessing I was 32. I was 32 when he was born. Remember, we got a new camera. It's not the best. Okay, it's not working out like we had hoped. Okay, anyway, I can't set you down because when I set you down, the camera stopped working, so that makes sense. I just can't believe it. I was the third wheel for so long when friends had play dates with their kids and I'd be like, can I come? And now I get to come and participate in a new way. So I am just very thankful. All right. I mean, I'm thankful for Elijah for a million reasons. That is one tiny reason that just came to my mind. Okay. I actually turned on the camera to have a little medical, what's the word? Rant, maybe, perhaps? This morning I woke up and my head feels like it wants to have a migraine, but I think my preventative IV, I'm on Vyepti, I think it's gonna work. And I don't think I'm gonna need to treat this, what I feel coming on. I don't think. I will if I have to, but I don't think I'll have to. Anyway, that was a random side note. Maybe, perhaps, because I have this pain, it's making this a little more irritating. What do you guys think? Do you think when you have underlying pain, it makes you more easy to disturb or like more irritable? I don't want to admit that, but I think it's true. Okay. Dear pharmaceutical who produces off-brand Zofran, ondansetron, although we always called it odansetron. We didn't read it properly. It's ondansetron. Okay. I can't get it open. I can't get it open. It's not very helpful. To take my morning pills, I have to have Zofran in my system or I will throw up. That's a new thing in the last 18 months or so. It never used to be that way. But here we are. Okay, wait, this one's gonna work. If you can get it cut so that just a little bit of that part is open, you can get it open. Otherwise, you gotta get scissors out. It feels like sometimes I have strips of Zofran that are easy to peel. And if you are not a person who has dealt with nausea, you may not understand why this is even a big deal. Okay, if you're already nauseous, which I'm not because I used my brain and I waited to take my pills until I could get the little shrivelly part open. If you are nauseous, it is a matter of seconds, for me anyway. I don't know. I know Zofran doesn't work for everybody, but it works well for me and I'm really thankful. I wonder how much of it is in my mind. Like, I do some deep breathing when I'm nauseous, but I also run and get Zofran. When you're nauseous and you can't get this open, and then by the time you get it open, it's too late because it took so long to get it open, then you throw up and it's like, oh, why are these sealed so well? I mean, I get it. So this Zofran is oral disintegrating. And it just kind of puts this weird taste in your mouth. But for me, it's the taste of like, I know I'm not gonna throw up now, or I shouldn't. So I don't mind the taste for some people. And honestly, sometimes when you're already like super, super nauseous, the taste is like kind of unbearable. But it's not a bad taste. It's just like, it's like fake berry mint, sort of. Berry mint, I don't know. All right, guys. Yes, feeling hopeful that my headache won't get worse, but we'll find out. Oh, I didn't cover my mouth that time. Remember we had that discussion? Maybe that was on Instagram. I don't remember. I think it was on Instagram. And I had a little video of me taking my pills and I cover my mouth and I shake my head. And tons of you guys said, I do the same thing. And I was like, oh good, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Okay, I'm getting ready. Another thing that feels miraculous. Are you ready for this? It's 8:02 in the morning. I'm leaving in like 20 minutes. I'm leaving the house at 8:20 in the morning and I am feeling good. I'm not coughing. Oh, that's an update for you. If this is medical update time. Well, there you go. My cough is so much better. I was really preparing my mind for the possibility of needing to do IVs because I had 2 colds within a 2-month period where I would do 2 weeks of antibiotics, oral antibiotics, and then see if it worked. Then I caught another cold and then I did another 2 weeks of 2 other antibiotics, 2 antibiotics again. Okay, so after those antibiotics were done, I had like 2 days of antibiotics left. I was on Doxy and Cipro. I had 2 days left and I was still coughing quite a bit. I had a lot of dark mucus still. And I was like, I don't know. I don't think it's, this time it feels like it's not gonna work. And I legitimately had to get there in my mind, like what our plan is. And if I have to go in the hospital, obviously my preference would be to do IVs at home, but we'll see what happens. I've never been admitted at this hospital. I don't know what it's like and all that. So I was just trying to get there in my mind because I'm watching my body after now 4 weeks on antibiotics and not doing great. And I was like, here we go. But I bet that was 2 weeks ago that I finished antibiotics. And I officially feel like I think my lungs are figuring it out. It feels like it. Now, one complicating factor is that it is March. It is almost April. And I haven't had IVIG this year. I don't understand what the holdup is. I know it was like one of those things where it was like, oh yeah, to renew your prescription, the doctor has to sign papers and send it to the insurance. And then I was waiting for an appointment to get in. They were trying hard to get me in. Then they did get me in, and then there was a question about blood work. If I do blood work now, it's not going to be accurate because I haven't had IVIG. Should I wait? There was that delayed it. So all of that is, I haven't had it for quite a few months. If I remember correctly, it was November, end of November. We'll see. I don't know. It's been many months. And we really think that that is why I got sick 2 times in a row and why I didn't recover with the antibiotics as quickly. I don't know if that's true or not, but after 6 years on IVIG and then taking a break. I had previously taken a break for a different reason, but now having this break, unintentional break, but it's a break nonetheless, I am sold. I think it appears that my body really does benefit from it. And so I don't feel panicked to get back on it. I feel like hopefully, I found out I needed to do blood work. I went the next day and got blood work. That was a few weeks ago. So hopefully, I guess I gotta follow up. That feeling of how much do I call? Should I call? Should I not call? Who do I call? And I don't want to be like pestering, because so many times, what in the world? That squirrel? What does that squirrel have? Like a load of branches or like twigs or something? What in the world? Okay, I don't know if you can even see that, but there's a squirrel out there waving a bunch of branches around. Oh, I bet he's taking it to build a nest. Okay. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know if I should be calling or not. I think at this point I probably should just send a message or something just to follow up. But, yeah. All right, guys. I do think IVIG works, or at least it arms my body in a way that now that I am not armed, I'm seeing the downfalls or yeah, I guess it's just the reality that I have a weird immune system. And I still don't, I should ask more questions about this. All I know is my immune system, she said, my immunologist years ago said, your immune system is abnormal. It's like you have the blood cells or the antibodies or whatever the word is. You have the elements of an immune system, but when they look at my blood work, instead of those cells, is it cells or antibodies? Let me think here. Instead of those elements having a PhD, it has like a kindergarten education. So I have some of the immune system, but we need to arm it because it's not doing what it needs to do for my body. So yeah, that's why I'm on IVIG. Okay, it turns out that this is Zofran packaging chat and medical update with Mary. Thank you for joining me this morning before I go to a play date, having my coffee out of this wintry Christmas mug, and I'm not mad about it at all. I like this mug a lot. I hope you guys have a good day today. Thank you guys. Thank you. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna cry. Thank you for being with us for 9 years. Oh, 9 years. 9 years. Maybe in a few months, it'll be 9 years. Thank you guys. Some of you have been around for that whole time. And to those of you, I just wanna say a special thank you. Some of you have been around half the time. Thank you as well. And some of you just found us, so welcome. We are just a family living life, and we have some different circumstances, and we like to acknowledge that sometimes life looks very much not as ideal as you would have imagined or hoped or wished for, but that even in less than ideal circumstances, life can be lived and beautiful. And that is what I'm going to say today. Thank you for joining us. As always, we'll see you guys later.